What if the Christ you were taught to worship was never meant to be worshipped at all? What if Yeshua didn't come to save you but to awaken you to the divine frequency you already carry? This isn't a theory, it's a remembering. In this video, we'll explore the missing 18 years of Yeshua's life, the ones the Bible doesn't mention. We'll revisit the Council of Nicaea, where emperors rewrote divinity into doctrine, and we'll return to the true teachings, the ones meant to liberate, not control. The question isn't, what do you believe? It's on, what have you been kept from remembering? The Bible tells us about Yeshua's birth, and at age 12, he's already teaching in the temple, challenging priests, remembering who he is. Then suddenly, he vanishes. Nothing from age 12 to 30. 18 years, erased. Why? Because what happened during those years unravels the illusion that he was divinely installed and separate from us. Alternative histories, supported by ancient texts and oral traditions, tell us Yeshua traveled to India, where he studied yogic wisdom, to Tibet, where he learned silence and energy, to Egypt, where the mystery schools taught breath, geometry, and healing, to Persia, where the Magi held codes of light. He didn't appear with magic, he remembered, he trained, he practiced. He was a student of the divine, just like you. His power wasn't exclusive, it was attuned, and that was too dangerous for empire. In 325 CE, Emperor Constantine didn't hold a council to honor Yeshua's teachings. He held it to unify the Roman Empire using religion as a control mechanism. The Council of Nicaea chose which texts to include and which to erase. They removed the Gnostic Gospels, buried Mary Magdalene's wisdom, and declared Yeshua the only Son of God, a title Yeshua never claimed for himself. They took a man who came to teach unity and turned him into a divine exception. They rebranded the Christ into a figure to be worshipped, not embodied. They collapsed the vastness of God into a single patriarchal figure, stripping away the feminine, silencing mystics, and criminalizing gnosis, the knowing that comes from within. Yeshua's teachings were a mirror, but the council turned that mirror into a statue, and we were told to kneel. If this message is resonating, click like and subscribe, not to follow, but to stay attuned to this frequency of remembrance. Let's bring the Christ back to where it belongs, within. Yeshua didn't preach separation. He said, "The kingdom of God is within you. You are God's. Greater works than these shall you do." He wasn't claiming superiority. He was reminding us what we forgot. He spoke in vibration. He healed through coherence. He lived in alignment. He taught the sacred laws of energy, presence, and love. He challenged the priests, not with rebellion, but with truth. He broke religious codes because he knew they were cages. He was the serpent in Eden reimagined, not the tempter, but the liberator. He didn't come to build a church. He came to dismantle illusion. He didn't say, "Worship me." He said, "Oh, follow me." Not to a building, to your own inner Christ. The missing years weren't empty. They were your activation blueprint. The council's edits weren't just edits. They were a spiritual lockdown. But now, the veils are lifting. You are not a sinner waiting to be saved. You are a spark of source reawakening. Your resonance is rising. Your programming is cracking. You were never meant to follow blindly. You were meant to remember directly. This is not rebellion, it's a return. The Christ was never meant to be on a pedestal. The Christ is a frequency waiting to rise in you. This isn't blasphemy, this is truth our ancestors carried, that the mystics whispered, that the empire buried. But you are remembering.